This is about to be insane. Holy cow, look at this. All right. We're here. I'm changing my boots real quick. Here's the tools of the trade for today. A little long-handled bass net, a couple small ice chests. Water might be too deep for me to get to them from this side if they're still here. I'll run home and got this stuff as fast as I could because I don't see these fish going anywhere. But just in case, in the event that they was ready to head for deeper water, I wanted to get back as quick as I could. I know I still see some down there. Ow, son of a gun. So there is the little creek. And there's still some here. I don't know how many. There is a ton over there on the other side of that little island. I don't know if y'all can see that black spot, but that is all shad balled up. So I'm gonna take this net here and I'm gonna extend it out as long as it'll go, which ain't real long. Put a little bit of water in this bucket, or in this ice chest. Ooh, this ice chest smells like crappie. Last thing I had in it was a bunch of crappie. Rinse that thing out a little bit. The shad are kind of fragile little animals, so don't want to put too terribly many. That's why I brought two different ice chests. But I don't know if I'll be able to reach any from here, if there's any close or not. But let's see. Just wave that thing through the water. I think I've scared them all off. Yeah, I've scared them all over there that side. So this is gonna be fun. How do I get over? If I can get to that island, I can definitely get more shad than I need. Oh yeah, this water ain't very deep here. Let me throw my net over. That worked. Now that I done threw my net over, watch it be too deep for my boots. That's about how it goes. Better just take both my ice chests here. I'm gonna try to scare them back upstream if I can get over to that island, because they can't get away from me upstream. Oh no. That ain't too deep. Even though they're stuck up here in this creek, they're kind of smart little creatures. They're getting away from me. I don't know if you can see all of them. Let's see. Holy cow. Look at this, guys. Look at that. Thousands of them suckers in here. Let's get them in some water. I don't want to put too many in each bucket because they'll die easy. Only shad are pretty fragile little animals, so let's see. Look at that. Yeah, we're getting some bait now. This stinking ice chest here. I bought this ice chest to weigh in my crappie during crappie master tournaments, and look at this. The stinking lid falls off every time you touch it. So, put a little more water in there for those. These suckers will be heavy trying to get them out of here. But it'll be worth it once I get to feed some of them crappie. This worked out like I was hoping it would. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's fish just swimming underneath the surface. I wish I had my polarized glasses. I'd stick them over the lens, but There is thousands of these things. And I fish this little creek a lot. And I've never seen shad this far up this little creek. Let's see if I can get a little bit closer to them. Try to ease off in there. Maybe get a good scoop here without any rocks. There's some, not a lot, but see, there they are, guys. Just shad. That's what we're wanting. That's one. Them are the perfect size for them bass and stuff to be eating. What I ought to do is put some of them things on a dang hook. I ought to put some of them on a hook with a bobber before I ever turn any of these loose in that creek or in that pond, and see how many I can catch, how many bass and stuff I can catch. Oh, that felt like a good scoop. Look at that. Man, that's wild. I've never seen anything like this. I know these shad move up in these creeks, and you know, I know a lot of them die off during the winter time, chasing this warmer water and oxygen up in these creeks during the winter time. I mean, obviously that's why we, you know, catch our crappie and stuff up these creeks during the winter time. And I know that, but guys, this creek is literally 6 inches deep in places. I mean, it is not a very deep little creek at all. And for it to have this many stinking shad in it is wild to me. But man, all the way up this creek, the water just looks like it's crawling. Oh man, there's millions of them over here. Let's see if I can ease. Holy cow. This is what I was talking about earlier, guys. These things are so thick right here. You can almost walk on them. This is about to be insane. Holy cow, look at this. I mean, that's enough right there. Heck, I even caught a stinking perch or something in there. Where'd that go? I'll be sure to get him out of there if he's in there. There was definitely a bigger fish in there. Now where he went, I know I seen a bigger fish in there. Oh, that's a big old shad. Look at that. Look at a big shad there. Man, this is just nuts to me, guys. I mean, I spend a lot of time in the outdoors. I've seen a lot of crazy things, and I've only ever seen one other instance like this, and it was when a lake had opened up the dam too quick. They went from no flow to wide open flow in a dam on a lake here by the house. And when they did that, it sucked all the oxygen out of the water. And there was catfish and crappie and bluegill and bass. Everything that lives in the water in the Oklahoma lake was swimming to the top of the water, gasping for air. And people showed up in truckloads with tarps and barrels and stuff, trying to get as many of these dang catfish and stuff out of the water as they could. And I wish to God that I'd have had a good cell phone then. That happened when I was a kid. I was about 16 years old when I run across that. And I wish to God I'd have had a good cell phone with a good video camera then, because people just sure act like they don't believe me when I tell them that. But it was insane. I mean, there was just fish by the thousands swimming up on the bank, gasping for air. All the catfish was just swimming in circles on top of the water. There's a few more. I don't know if I can get any of them. They're all kind of far away from me now. A bunch of leaves. But there was catfish just gasping for air, swimming around in circles. The bluegill and crappie were just swimming up into the weeds on the bank, laying on their side. It was insane. It was probably the craziest phenom I've seen since this, you know, prior to this right here. But I know these shad get thick back in these creeks, but I can't believe there ain't no bass in here just getting full and busting up on these things. Crappie up in here eating, because this little lake that this runs into has got a ton of crappie and decent bass in it. I really probably got enough. I probably need to get these things moving, because I see some trying to die. All right, we're here. There she is. Not a real big pond, but this is here at their house. Let's see how many of these things died. I fully expect a lot of them to die. Like I said, these shad aren't just extremely tough little fish. There's some dead ones in there, but there's definitely still some kicking. It's all right. Them bass will probably still eat on these dead ones. Something will eat them. Turtles, bass, anything we can do to help boost the quality of the fish in here, because they have sure not been the healthiest of animals from what I've seen and caught out of here. There it is, not in a real big pond, but this thing's got some crappie and bass. We're going to take some cedar trees and add some structure to this thing at some point, but oh yeah, there's still a bunch in there alive. Take some pictures real quick. He won't believe I put all these fish in here. So yeah, there's the fish. A bunch of these are alive after I kick this lid open. Let's get out here a little bit. Get out here as deep as I can without sliding off in there. Dump these suckers out. Like I said, I fully expect a bunch of them to be dead, and they might get kind of shocked after that water is. Don't know how this water temperature compares to what they were in, but man, look at that. Look at how many of them suckers I just dumped out of one bucket. A bunch of rocks in that one. Anyhow, like I said, I expect a bunch of them to be dead. A bunch of them just kind of flopping around. Still alive, but not extremely healthy, like this guy. That's all right, we'll throw them out there. Let them flop around on top and see how many of them get ate. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of them starting to swim off now. A bunch of them went down the bottom. A bunch of them's kind of flopping around on top. So like that guy there, he's still alive. He just ain't the healthiest. And what the bass don't get, the stinking turtles will probably get, so that's all right. He's been working on trapping some of these turtles out of here, I believe. This looks like a turtle trap he's built over here. And it is, I'm pretty sure. Me and him discussed building one of these at one time. And he's got one in it. Look at that sucker. I think that sucker dead. That's good, that's what we wanted. We wanted these stupid things to die. Let's see if I can get it out of here. Sucker probably still alive, about to eat me. No, that sucker, yeah, he's dead and stinking. Dump some of this water out of here. Reset it for him. So yeah, that's his turtle trap he's built. Just something to kind of float and turtles crawl up in it to get out of the water, because as you can see, there ain't no other structure in here. So them turtles will crawl up in boards and they drop off in that swimming pool, and then they can't climb out. And it obviously works, because right there's one. He is a stinking sucker. Shoo. But all right, I just wanted to include y'all in that little adventure. It's not every day people get to see stuff like that. Nature works in some mysterious ways sometimes. I just happen to be in the right place at the right time, stopping by there to check that little creek out, and look at what I stumbled onto. So it'll be good. This will help maybe fatten up some of our fish for the winter here, and I'll do a video here in a few days. I'll bring the kids back over here, and we might come over here with some minnows or some worms or something and show y'all some of the fish that's in this thing. So I appreciate y'all tagging along for this long. We'll see y'all on the next one. There's my uncle pulling up. Look at that ride. He's the one that owns the pond I just dumped the fish in. He just happened to be coming in as I was getting ready to leave, so I'm gonna walk him down here and show him the pond, show him some of the shad that didn't make it, show him the turtle we yanked out of there. But I figured I'd give him credit on this truck real quick and just throw him in the video since he showed up.